Welcome to the Advancing the Kingdom podcast. We're streaming live on all social media platforms and podcast streaming channels. Get ready for a revelatory teaching from our apostle, Matthew Tillery.
Well, greetings. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Advancing the Kingdom podcast. I am your host tonight, Matt Tillery, and I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you are in the world. We really appreciate you on tonight. Listen, I'm excited about tonight. Have a special guest on tonight. That's none other than Dr. Alexis Brown, Exum. She is a board-certified pediatric dentist here in the great city of Rocky Mount, NC. And we are honored that, I know she's very busy, so we're just very grateful that she took time out tonight to come to the studio to just share with us. So thank you, Dr. Alexis, for coming and sharing on tonight.
Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and jump right into this great conversation. Listen, she is a dentist, pediatric dentist at Rocky Mount Children's Dentistry at 901 North Winstead Avenue, Suite 360. Phone number 252-590-5130. So if you need to get in touch with her, give her a call, give the office a call. Listen, we're going to go ahead and jump into this conversation.
I just want to say one thing.
Oh, you can say whatever. Go ahead.
The phone number is 252-740-2100. That other phone number, I'm not sure. Patients have told us that they found that number as well. I think it has something to do with my marketing company trying to track phone calls, and so they
Gotcha. So let's correct the phone number, Unique, and put the correct phone. Can you say that number one more time?
Yes, 252-740-2100.
All right, we got that. Thank you so much for clarifying that.
Yes.
Listen, so why was it so important for you to come back to Rocky Mount, to open Rocky Mount Children's Dentistry? I mean, you could have gone anywhere in the country,
Right.
but you chose to come back here. I mean, it says volume because you grew up here, right?
Yes, I'm from here. Went to the dentist here growing up as a child. Dr. Thorne was my dentist. And I knew that my hometown needed a pediatric dentist. I knew that there were children in this area that weren't being served, that didn't have a place to go. And when I thought about where I could make an impact, where I could really help people, where I could really help folks, my hometown was top of the list. There were lots of places to go. Most metropolitan areas are pretty saturated, but my hometown is not. And there are lots of children in the surrounding areas who have dental disease, and they needed a dentist. And so, I said, who better?
Right. Yeah, well, that's really awesome because a lot of times, people go off to college and so forth, and they get their careers, and a lot of times they don't come back to the area that they grew up in. Right.
And that was me for a little while. I went to undergrad at UNC Chapel Hill, and then actually in between dental school and undergrad, I came back to Rocky Mount, and I was a substitute teacher, and I worked at a bank. I did a lot of jobs until I got into dental school, and then I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, where I went to Meharry Medical College, a historically black dental school, one of two in the country.
Oh, wow.
And when I finished at Meharry, I came back to North Carolina, but to Greenville, and did a residency, and then was in D.C. for a while, in the D.C. metro area. And I really liked it. It was great. Living there was great. Working there was a grind. Right. So coming home is kind of refreshing for me. It's
right.
Very familiar. It's a little slower, but the people are nice. They feel like home, and they're grateful for the service I provide. So I love being home.
Yeah, and it's a smaller city, so you kind of get that.
So people.
Yeah.
We get lots of referrals, and we know exactly who. They're like, oh yes, this person referred me, and we're like, oh yeah, we love them. It's a small town, so word travels fast, and we like that. I
Right.
like that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming back to the city that you grew up in. So I really appreciate that. So you could have gone into any field you wanted to go in. Why did you, what happened? This is something that you always wanted to do, or?
So, well, I used to say, no, I wanted to be a pediatrician. I wanted to be all these other different things. But I've wanted to be a dentist for as long as I can remember. So from about middle school on, I've talked about being a dentist. And I was a general dentist for a while. And I thought that I could kind of balance seeing adults and children. And I just decided that I'm much happier when I see when I see children, and so I went to specialize, and no regrets there. Like, I love seeing the kids and helping them to not grow up with dental anxiety and
Right.
dental fears. That's the goal.
So what are some of the most common dental problems with children?
With children, kids present with not the same, but they present with dental decay. They present with decay on their baby teeth. Commonly with small children, that toddler age, they present with nursing bottle decay or baby bottle tooth decay, or the new term for it is severe early childhood caries. So if you see a child that has cavities all across their front teeth where it almost looks like those teeth aren't there, we see a lot of children, small children, with that. We have kids that present with toothaches that come in and they are saying, this tooth over here hurts. And when we look in their mouths, we can see why. And then I think another common thing with kids would be trauma. Kids, they play, they fall, they play sports.
Right.
And so they sustain injuries to their teeth that they need to see a dentist for.
Right. How long have you been back here in the city with your
Just
practice?
1 year. Mm-hmm.
So are you enjoying it?
So far, so good. We are open 2 days a week just for now as we build up clientele
Right.
and increase staff. Right now, it's myself and I have 2 dental assistants. And then the other 2 days a week, I'm also at OIC.
Okay.
And I see patients. I see pediatric patients there too.
Right.
But they're more established and everything.
Right.
So
So you don't deal with any adults?
no, I don't deal with any adults. Well, and let me take that back because the specialty pediatric dentistry does encompass adults with special healthcare needs.
Right.
And so most pediatric dentists do have adult patients who are unable to be seen by general dentists or who are more comfortable to be seen in a
Right.
setting that's more kid friendly.
Right.
So I don't have any adults with special needs as patients yet, but as we grow,
Right.
we will grow into that.
Right. So what would you say tonight to the young people? They say, well, I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, so forth and so on, right? But I don't know whether I can do that. What would you say to those?
Oh, they can absolutely do it. That's not a question in my mind at all. Like it can be done. You just have to decide that you're going to do it and go for it. So when it comes to, high school, you're making the best grades that you can. You're applying to colleges. And when you get to college, you're also taking your studies pretty seriously. It's not necessarily you have to go to college and major in a certain thing. You can major in what you like,
Right.
something you're interested in,
Right.
and then talk to people. You talk to people who are in the positions that you want to be in. My sister always used to say, you need to have a mentor who's, about 5 years out from doing what you're doing and someone who's about 10 years out from doing what you're doing.
Right.
But also, someone who's in the trenches of doing what you're doing. So if you want to go to dental school, talk to some dental students,
Right.
Talk to a person who is a recent dental grad. Talk to someone who's been doing it for a while.
Right. So you kind of position yourself in that environment with people that's already doing that.
And then find you some friends that are trying to do it too. Like find you some study buddies and some people you can visit campuses with. Find you some people that you can practice taking the test with. because all of that stuff matters. You're going to need people to encourage you. You're going to need people that you can encourage, that y'all can like work together and get through it, because doing it alone is hard.
Yeah. But if you want to be successful at anything, it takes hard work, right?
It does. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sure you probably stayed up a lot of late nights.
Yes. Yeah. More late nights than I can count. And early mornings too. Me and my friends in dental school were some early morning studiers. And that's what we did. 'Cause not only, I didn't just want to like be in dental school and just do it. I wanted to do well. So, so yeah, we studied groups, study partners, we did everything. And there was the balance too. Like there were nights where we were like, okay, well, we took our test tonight we're gonna, go to bed early or, go out or something, but we're back on it tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. So let's talk a little about this. How do you manage children's behavior and their anxiety when they're in your office?
Oh, good question. So,
because I'm extremely,
anxious. So
I need a shot or something.
So first we ask that the parents, if you are an anxious person, do not prep your kids at all. Don't say anything to them. Do not give them your pep talk, because if you're nervous, you're just going to put your anxiety onto them.
Right.
Same thing with older siblings and grandparents and all of that stuff. And don't threaten your kids with the dentist, because that makes them feel like something bad is going to happen when they get there. There are so many kids who come in, or the parents who are like, well, they're going to give you a shot, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And that,
right. It's got, that adds to the anxiety, right?
Exactly. So I think also on top of that is not coming to the dentist when you have a problem. So you have to make, just like going to the pediatrician and getting your eyes checked, these are things that you should be doing to take care of yourself and to take care of your kids, so that prevention becomes your way of life, and not like treating disease all the time.
Right.
Because that is scary to always be going somewhere because you have a problem. But when we do have those kids who are anxious and in the office, it's bright. Our office is bright. It's kid friendly. Things are kid sized. Right. And so that, immediately.
So colors actually.
Yeah. So blues, very calming colors.
Right.
We have stuffed animals. We talk to the children and not just to the parents. And I think that helps a lot too.
Right.
In our office specifically, we have TVs on the ceilings that play shows that kids like. Like
right.
If you're coming in and maybe you do have to get dental treatment, we're going to ask you, what do you want to watch? We're going to ask you, what flavor do you want to smell if you need laughing gas, which
right.
is for anxiety.
Right.
We give them stuffed animals and weighted blankets and popsicles at the end. And, we coach them through the whole thing. There's a technique in pediatric dentistry and probably a lot of other areas too called tell, show, do. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and then we're going to do it.
Right.
I think it helps too in pediatric dentistry that we don't ask them questions where they can say no. We're not going to ask you if you want, to open your mouth, because they probably don't. We're just going to say, all right, go ahead, open big,
I need to remember that I'm not going to ask no questions where you're going to say no.
Or you could probably say no, because then what are you going to do? What do you... So those are things that we try to do. We, like my staff, the people that work in my office are not afraid of kids. That
right.
happens too. You go to dental offices and nobody wants to work with the kids because they're going to cry or
right.
they're going
right.
they're going
right.
to misbehave. We all love kids. So it's a challenge sometimes, but we all get through it.
Yeah, so I guess the people that's working there, they really love kids.
Yes, they're there on purpose.
Yeah.
You can't work in a pediatric dental office if you don't like kids.
Right. Wow. So what are some of the most common mistakes, I guess, parents make with their child's oral hygiene?
I would say there are a lot of parents who wait to start brushing their kids' teeth a little too late. Once you see that first tooth, or even before then, because you can use the little finger brushes,
Right.
or wiping their mouths out with like a wet like a bath cloth.
Right.
But once they have teeth, start brushing their teeth.
Right.
So I think that's super important. Parents wait. Well, I mean, our diets in general are pretty high in sugar, and we all kind of pass that along to the kids too. So they are drinking sweet tea and Mountain Dew pretty early on,
Right.
introducing sugary beverages a little too soon. And then I think what gets a lot of parents too is not flossing.
Right.
That you gotta floss just like you would floss your own teeth. You gotta floss the kids' teeth.
Wow. What is considered a dental emergency for a child?
A dental emergency for a child, trauma. So if you are playing, baseball, soccer, whatever, and a tooth comes out, a
Right.
tooth is fractured, a tooth is pushed in any direction to where, you're unable to close. So trauma in general, the same accidents that kids have at home where they fall and they bump their mouth. Not necessarily where they, just hit their lips, but if you see damage to the tooth, or you're not sure where the tooth is, if you can't
Right.
find the fragments, those are dental emergencies. And swelling.
Right.
So kids that have a swollen face, or, you starting to see swelling underneath their chin area. And this happens to adults too. Upper teeth can cause, your eye to swell shut. So,
Right.
swellings, traumas, toothaches.
So is that an ER visit or
Yes. So most of those are ER visits. Now we can manage some of those when they come to the office. Occasionally, like if it's severe swelling, then those patients should go to the ER because they might need IV antibiotics.
Right.
After they get the swelling down, they're going to send you to the dentist.
right?
If it's some type of avulsion or some type of fracture where you've actually fractured your alveolar bone, like the bone that houses your teeth, then that's going to need to be reset.
Right.
And then, you make your trip to the dentist. But those things, that you need to go to
Right.
the ER when those are happening. Toothaches, you can come into our office for
Right.
that.
So you do the extractions.
We do extractions on primary teeth.
Great. So where do you see your practice, your office, in terms of long term?
Long term.
So where you're not? Where do you see, say, 10 years from now?
Okay. So right now we're in the Boyce Willis building, the Rocky Mountain Medical Park that everybody calls the Boyce Willis building.
Right.
And we have room to grow into 6 chairs, but right now we only have 3 that are up and operating.
Right.
So within the next, 3 years, I hope to have all 6 chairs up and running.
You will.
I definitely received that. As the practice grows, I would love a standalone building and maybe a few more chairs, and to bring on another provider, another pediatric dentist to work along with, so that we can be open more days of the week. And I would love to in the future, depending on how this works, to extend hours. Like either
Right.
we have parents that love evening hours and not late evening, but maybe staying open until about 5:30 or 6
Right.
to get those kids that are in school and they don't want to miss exams and different things happening at school, or the early morning kids who want to get their teeth cleaned before they go to school, again, so that they don't miss anything.
Right.
I would love to see that. So I guess long term, just expanding,
Right.
full capacity, and then 10 years, I would love to a building,
Right.
a space.
Right. Well, we'll certainly be in prayer with that, and just believe God that it's already done, right?
Yes.
We believe that it's already done, just the timing of God. On your website, you talked about high cost of insurance, and it says dental and budgetary needs. Is that something or is
So our office is very insurance friendly. So we're in network with quite a few insurances. And then for uninsured patients, we have a membership plan,
Okay.
which is a common thing that a lot of dental offices are doing right now.
Right.
Where it's basically you pay, instead of paying your dental insurance, because you would need both.
Right.
That you buy into our membership, which I think it comes out to about $25 a month, if I'm not mistaken.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and it covers your cleanings for the year, which is 2 cleanings and exams and x-rays for the year. And then if you happen to need restorative treatment, so if you need a filling or a
Right.
crown, then there's a discount associated with the membership. If you're a member, you get a discount off of the office fees for that.
Right. Well, listen, we're talking to Dr. Alexis Brown Exum tonight, board certified pediatric dentist here in the great city of Rocky Mount at 901 North Winstead, Suite 360. Listen, if you need your children's to get that type of treatment, make sure you give her a call. What's that number? One more time. I have the wrong number here.
252-740-2100.
And it should be at the bottom of our screen, and they're on it, so it is. Appreciate that. What else would you like to share tonight in terms of your practice and what you're doing? Is there anything else that you want to share tonight?
I mean, just that we're happy to be in the area. I have a really good staff who's happy to be with me and to be served in the Rocky Mount area. My vision is to create a very personalized experience for all of our patients. We're not trying to get you in and out as fast as possible. We really want to spend time with our patients, answer questions, educate the families, and be like a real dental home. Like it's a boutique style practice where your time that's allotted is your time.
Right.
And we want our patients to feel comfortable, and we want them to feel special. And so we're just here to do the best we can for all the kids in Rocky Mount, because all kids deserve,
Right. Well, just want to once again say I really appreciate you coming back, because once again and our city really gets oftentimes a lot of negative talk
Right.
and conversations, but we really have a great city here.
Yes, I believe that. I do wish more people would, remember to come back. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I love it here. Like I said before, like I'm comfortable. I know where everything is. I have my favorite, restaurants. And
Now, what is
great.
that? What's your favorite restaurant?
Well, Bojangles has a special place in my heart. But there are some others that I really do love too. I really like Prime out at the Mills. They used to be on a different street.
Yeah, they used to be downtown.
Downtown,
Yeah.
yes. Where else?
You can send a check later for that promo.
Right. But yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Well, we appreciate you. Just thank you so much for all that you're doing and just really creating an atmosphere in your office for children to come in and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That's I know most offices probably do that. They probably do that. I'm assuming, but I don't know.
They try, yeah. If it's a pediatric office, most pediatric offices try to do everything they can to make the kids feel like you belong here, versus the general offices where it's so serious.
Wow. Well, I was 30 minutes ago already. 30 minutes go really quick, but I really appreciate you taking time
Thank
tonight.
you for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you
no
for having
problem.
me.
Thank you so much. Dr. Alexis Brown Exum is a board certified, once again, pediatric dentist here in our city of Rocky Mount at 901 North Winstead Avenue, Suite 360. You can give her a call, give her office a call, and she would love to take care of your child. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight to the Advancing the Kingdom podcast. Listen, I am your host tonight, Matt Tillery. I'm certainly just really honored that you're tuned in tonight. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit the share button. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the ML Tillery Outreach. I would greatly appreciate that. Once again, Dr. Alexis Brown Exum, pediatric dentist here in the city of Rocky Mount. Thank you again for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right, listen, until next time, go and advance the kingdom.
We pray you have been empowered and blessed by this teaching. Join us next week for the Advancing the Kingdom podcast. If you would like to reach us, email us at mltillery@icloud.com.